Yes, a very good afternoon. Really looking forward to the start of the midweek meetings at Leopardstown this Thursday afternoon. First of an 8-race card gets underway at 1:20. Our two feature events on the 8-race card are the listed Glencairn Stakes and the listed Nijinsky Stakes. We get proceedings underway with a very interesting Yeomanstown stud fillies maiden. I thought your lines is filly Juncture from stall 5 could be very hard to beat. I was very pleased with her debut effort when finishing second. Showed plenty of signs of greenness that day when second over the minimum trip, of course, behind Contrelli Chapel of Aidan O'Brien's. That was at Naas. Penny only dropped her inside the final furlong. I think it'll take a smart filly to beat her tomorrow afternoon. She's drawn 5, and Disassociate, another filly that ran well on debut. She's finished second to She's Trouble on very testing ground at the Guineas over on Guineas weekend at the Curragh, but she's drawn out in stall 12, which is far from ideal. But Juncture in the first, I think it'll be hard to beat. Second race is the Plusvital Handicap 50 to 80 first division over a mile. And the one that I like in it is over here from the banging form Joe Murphy. He's having a wonderful season, winner 9 on the board already, and over here has been unlucky the last twice. Just got mugged on heavy ground at Gorn on his penultimate start, and I thought it was actually a better performance the last run when he was just too far out of his ground, came home with a good rattle and just failed. And I thought it was a very competitive 3-year-old handicap, an apprentice handicap. That was at Cork. As I say, he's got a good draw. He's drawn in the middle and drawn stall 9. Loves just a little ease in the ground, which should be perfect for him tomorrow. And I think over here with Oisin Orr, who's ridden 2 winners this week, I think that'll be hard to beat in our second race of the afternoon. Third race is the second division of the Plusvital Handicap, 50 to 80 over a mile. And the one that I like is Malaysian, number 16 from the Jessica Harrington stable. This has got a big chance, and it's got a good draw as well, right in the middle of them. And I thought this could be open to more improvement as well. Has had a couple of runs, and as I say, steps into handicap company, I think for the first time, but I think this could be a very interesting one. Was a winner of a maiden last year. That was a Cork over a mile, second run in the handicap, apologies for that, and finished 5th behind Pale Iris, who at the Curragh, who subsequently went on and won a couple of days later under the penalty at Naas. Of course, Pale Iris runs in our Glencairn Stakes later on in the card. Malaysian, that could be very hard to beat. I saw it at the Curragh, I thought would improve from its seasonal reappearance. As I say, that is the one they all have to beat in our 2:30 third race of the afternoon. Fourth race is the first of 2 listed races. It's the Glencairn Stakes, a listed race over a mile. Cinnamon, he's the highest rated in it, off 115. I would imagine he's going to improve a lot from his first run of the season from Mick Halford and Ronan Whelan. Keep an eye on him for the future. Watching brief tomorrow is what I would advise with him. The 2 that I like in it are the 2 3-year-olds, a 4 home 2 from the informed Johnny Murta yard, and Ebenezer Perry from the Gerlines yard as well. I was impressed with him when he beat Notre Belle Bait at Leopardstown on his most recent start in a maiden. He was placed in a maiden last year, that's worked out extremely well. He came to Leopardstown and he beat a horse to finish 5th in the Guineas trial, Notre Belle Bait. They pulled clear of the 3rd on that occasion. And I think Ebenezer Perry is open to more improvement. That could be hard to beat tomorrow. And as I say, 4 home 2 from the Johnny Murta yard. I think it's between the 3-year-olds, and 4 home 2, one well carrying top weight in a decent 3-year-old handicap that winners have come out of. That was on his most recent start. Prior to that, he was 3rd in the Madrid handicap on the opening day of the season. He's 1 off 99 the last day. He's now up to 107. I think there's more improvement to come from 4 home 2. For me, it's between 7 Ebenezer Perry and 8 4 home 2. Our 3:40 5th race of the evening, mile 1, 0 to 95 handicap. Very interesting race. I'm going to take a chance here with number 9, Luke Short from the Noel Mead stable. Dylan Brown McMonigal, leading apprentice at the moment, takes the ride. And I thought stepping back up and trip to a mile 1, I thought could be hard to beat. Was drawn the wrong side of Cork on the last day. Prior to that, I thought it had a good run at Leopardstown over a trip short of its best. Won, I think, over a mile 1 last year around Leopardstown. And Luke Short, for me, good draw stall 2. He could be hard to beat. He knows no fear. Excuse me. Remember last year, he was the biggest price winner on the flat in Ireland last year from the Luke Homer yard. This horse didn't stay the last day. Mile and 1 might stretch him a little bit, but this horse has a big chance, and he knows no fear. Drawn 5, we know he loves around Leopardstown. He could be involved as well, but Luke Short for me will be hard to beat. Our 1.5 race, third last race in the card, the Race Academy Apprentice race. I thought No Say Ever was very impressive in winning a ladies race at Leopardstown most recent start, and could be hard to beat again. But I think Hamley, who won round Leopardstown last year, for another trainer enjoying a great run of things. Peter Fahey, Jamie Powell, here's a name to watch for the future. Hasn't ridden a winner yet. He's been hitting the crossbar, and son of the late, of course, Anthony Powell, former top jump jockey. And Jamie Powell, name for the future. He's taken a valuable 7 off Peter Fahey's Hamley, who turns out quite quickly again after running in Roscommon on Monday evening. That has a big chance. Each way play for me, Hamley in our apprentice race. Nijinsky Stakes is the penultimate race on the card. The Mediterranean made a good impression when beating Ruling, who again reopposes, and a maiden at Leopardstown in his most recent start. I thought that could be hard to beat, and his danger could come from Max Mayhem. I think this horse is unexposed.